Flosstube, it's Jeannie again, and I am here for a May wrap up and June plans. I've also got some new starts planned, and I have a teeny tiny bit of haul, but it's pretty fun haul. So anyway, so let me start out with my these were actually maybe April. I didn't make a video in May, so I don't know if I did the April roundup. I guess I should have looked back at my video, but I don't know if I did an April roundup. But I want to show you what I've worked on over the last couple of months, and then what I will be doing for June, and then, like I said, a little bit of haul. So one of my Whip Go calls was the Blue Flower, a Greyhound year, and this is what the whole pattern looks like, but I am doing these, and this is on 40 count. I am doing them bigger, so I'm doing them on 28 count, and I'm doing them individually. So I left off in July, and so when I started out in July, I believe I had a little bit of the stem and maybe a part of one of the flowers going, and the border, and then this is where I got to for Whip Go. And I don't think I've shown this. I did not get very far. I got the stem finished, and then got a start on the white Greyhound. So I still have quite a bit to go on this one, but I think I did get my 3 hours in, or pretty close to that. So on finishing up the vine, because I think I just had July, the border, and just this little part up here done, and so I finished out the green and started in on the Greyhound. So anyway, so that is my Greyhound year, the Blue Flower, and again, that was a Whip Go call for, I believe it was for, is it April? I think it was April, because my May ones are different than these. So there's that. I also actually decided to continue working on my Irish Blessing for April. Something else was called, but it was a Christmas pattern, and you guys, I'm just not in the mood to stitch Christmas here in the late spring, early summer, or going on to summer. So, and I was working on this one, and this was one of the ones I really was hoping to get done this year. Both of it had 2 squares on my Whip Go, and they've both been called, and I still don't have it done. So, anyway, I don't think that's going to happen unless I just, sorry about the glare, find some time to, let me show you the pattern a little bit closer without that glare. So that's what it looks like. This is an old Stony Creek book from the 80s. Clearly you can tell by the blue boat geese and the holly hobbies, but I do love this one, and I love the colors and everything about it. So I did get some major progress done on this. I'm doing this on lamb's wool 14 count Ada, and of course I won't finish it with all those ruffles, but anyway, I did make significant progress on it. I just didn't get it done. And this, like any Stony Creek, has a ton of backstitch. So, but I'm pretty close to being done with the crosses. I have a few more colors of the brown and the mushrooms, a few more of these blue and yellow flowers to put in. I think the green is all the greenery is done. So, I think maybe one more, like white dandelion or yellow dandelion down here on this stem. But otherwise, then I will be done. I have to apologize, my cats are in here because they were, again, throwing themselves at the door. But anyway, some good progress on that. I really was hoping to finish it, but no such luck. Now, on to Whip Go for May. One of the squares that got called was a new start. And so I ended up deciding to start this this Disney kit of the Little Mermaid, and I thought it was, first of all, my sister who's also a cross stitcher, and I kind of got her back into cross stitching when I started up again a few years ago, and she had found the Belle version of this kit. I mean, the packaging looks just the same, but it's Belle, at Tuesday Morning, where she lives in South Carolina, and she showed it to me, and we'd been kind of looking for something to start together, And so, so I'm like, hey, I have the Ariel version of that kit, which I've had for a while. I'm like, do you want to start that? And we'll do that together when we're going to try to call each other once a month and have kind of like a stitch and bitch session together on a video call. And so, so we both started our Disney kits. Like I said, she's doing Belle, I'm doing Ariel, and I thought this was particularly appropriate because the Disney live version of Little Mermaid is out. Haven't seen it yet, but I'd like to see it. Ariel was my daughter's favorite cartoon character growing up in the original version. Now, because I thought about changing her skin tone to match the character in the movie, but this, you guys, is her skin is charted only in one color, and I don't know if a conversion to like a darker like tan color would look very good. I think it might look kind of muddy, and so I don't think I'm going to do that just because this is the animated character, and that's her skin tone. But I thought it would be fun to think about that. And if she had 2 or 3 colors in her skin, I probably think I could have pulled it off. But with just one color, I think it would look weird. Anyway, but so this is the pattern that I'm doing, and we didn't get it was our first call together, and we were just starting, so I spent some time on the call, just getting started. But so my whip go is start something new. I'm just using everything in the kit, and so I started on Ariel's, the darkest red color in her hair. So that is my little bitty start on, what is this one called? Dimensions. Princess Cross Stitch. That might be it. Oh, Make a Splash is what it's called. So anyway, so that is what I did. And then the only other thing I worked on, oh no, wait. The second call was this little hedgehog. It's one of the Mill Hill Spring Boutiques collection, and I wasn't very far on this. But this is what got called, and I did get my 3 hours in on it. This is another one I'd like to finish this year, but I didn't get very far on it. However, you guys, it was called again for June, so I'm going to continue to work on it, and I did get a lot more of the crosses in. So let me flip this over so maybe you can see. Whoops. So all I had in was a few of these brownish stitches. So I got all the green in and some more of the dark and medium brown. But you guys, this kit, I wish Mill Hill would sort their floss or give you a better description of what the floss looks like. Kitty, hey, Stashy, come here. You don't need in there. He's trying to get in the closet. But because this has like 5 colors of brown, and they're all like dark brown, very dark brown, medium dark brown. I mean, I don't know what I'm stitching where, so I hope that it comes out okay. This is just for me. It's a magnet. Anyway, and I have, like I said, I have some more crosses to finish the hedgehog, and then there's quite a bit, as you can see. Of course, there's a ton of beading, but there's quite a bit of backstitch with the little hedgehog quills, and of course a little button, or one of these little treasures in there too. So, and a few little flowers. So, but I probably would say I'm over halfway done with the crosses. But, anyway, so that, and like I said, that also got called for June. So I'm going to continue to work on that. And then the only other thing I've worked on is my, Soris bobbins, my mouse bobbins that I am, this is the stitch I'm doing for my sister for her 60th birthday in October. So that's what the pattern looks like. It's a tra-la-la pattern. And then here is, oh, I got it sideways. Here is where I am on it. And I am doing this. I'm trying to do just the motif a month, and I think I can finish. So I'm actually going to work on this today. I think the next thing I'm going to do is this little bird. Let's see if I can get that closer. This little bird with the bobbin, because this is where I am here. So I think I'm going to get that in, try to get that in today, and then I'll probably move to the left since that's what's, well, maybe I need to go to the right since there's more room in my in my hoop. But But anyway, so I've got some other colors in. I did sub out the gray in this for a variegated gray that was just a DMC color, and I swapped it out for a color and cotton color. And then I also subbed out the pinks for the closest DMC Etoile, so they have a little bit of sparkle to them in the pinks. I really wanted to sub out the blue too, and I don't know if I'm going to, because there wasn't one that was close. So anyway, but that is where I am on that, and you can see some of the variegation in the floss. It's very subtly variegated, but this you can see I probably should have done this in circles, because this is the middle of the pattern, and that was one end of the floss, and this is the other end. So his face and his belly are lighter than the rest of his body, but he's pretty cute. But this blue is pretty close to that color. Those are not the same color, by the way. I don't know if that's showing up. But anyhow, so that is, and I'm doing this on Serene linen 32 count by Picture This Plus, and it's a really pretty mottled aqua linen. So so there's that. Now let's talk about plans. And really, you guys, my the other thing that was called for WIPGO this time was and it was my 'Tis the Season. And again, I just don't really want to stitch on Christmas, so I think I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to sub in, all of a sudden, you guys, I have a bunch of things that need to get done on a time frame. So I am going to sub in, I'm going to continue to work on the mouse bobbins, because that needs to be done in October. And then I'm also I'm going back to Indiana in October to spend some time with my family, of course, but my brother lives in a small town that it's like a Hallmark movie. They have a really big trick or treat on Main Street, and he and his soon-to-be wife live on Main Street, and I want to. So they get hundreds of trick or treaters. I mean, people come from all over the state to trick or treat in there. Along Main Street there, and so I wanted to go do that, and I want to stitch them a little something for a little Halloween something or other. And so I chose, and this is a free pattern, so I don't mind showing it, but I chose this. I think I'm going to do this Halloween pattern from Tiny Modernist. I wanted to do something, they love cats, so I wanted to do something with the black cat in it. And so, and I have some fabric of my mom's, some Halloween themed fabric of my mom's that I want to use on the back. I'm going to make it into a little pin pillow or a little beanbag. Oh, and there's Cashy. Hi, Cashy. So, so I'm going to do, I need to get that started, because that also needs to be done. I'd like to have this done to take to my sister, the Stories by Beans, because she turns 60 on October 8th, so I'd like to have that done and finished. And then I also would like to have this done and finished, and I haven't even started it yet, although it's not very big. And just as a little thank you for them for having me for Halloween. And then I also, my daughter got engaged, and my brother got engaged, so I have some wedding samplers to do for them. I don't have what I'm going to start out for my daughter. I don't have that picked out yet. I actually found something today, a kit on 1, 2, 3 Stitch that I think I'm going to do, but I haven't, it's not here yet. I haven't even ordered it yet, so I think I'm going to get that. And then I also, because they were talking about just actually having a small ceremony this coming November, because her fiance's family will be in California from West Virginia, and don't know if they'll be able to turn right around and come back for another visit. So I need to get something I can get done by November. And then I think the piece that I started for her and when she was engaged before, I'm going to make for my brother and his wife, or his fiance, although they will probably just like elope. It's their second marriages, and so I don't think they're going to have a full wedding, and so they may not be getting that during their wedding or around the time they get married, but I'm going to be working on that too. So I think I'm just going to sub out one of the things that I need to get done on a timeline. And so it's that little Halloween pattern that I need to start, and also the mouse bobbins. Also, in terms of haul, I also, you guys, I got, I downloaded, this is a new free one from Heaven and Earth Designs, and I thought it was so cute. This little, it's Sea Turtle Mama, so you can see the baby on the back, and it's a no background. But I love the colors. I don't know, I don't have any plans to start this, but I love the colors. I thought it would be super pretty on like a mottled blue or aqua. And so I downloaded that. So that is part of my haul. And that is still free on Heaven and Earth Designs if you're interested. I also took the plunge. This had been in my wish list on Amazon for a really long time, and the price went down, so I went ahead and picked it up. And this is a dragon that I eventually want to do for my son. It's a Joan Elliott Design Works kit, and it has beads and everything. It's called Celestial Dragon. I will probably sub out the fabric for something else whenever I do it, but no plans to start it. I just was in the mood to buy something, and so I got it. I also got, speaking of needing to start things, I also bought a few things. I placed an order with that quarter shop because I decided I wanted to stitch something for my colleagues at work. Oh, let me take this out of the package that you can't even see. And we are, this is actually a breastfeeding support chart that they did as a fundraiser a few years ago even. I think it's been a little while, but it's called Support Group. But I went ahead and got this because I am part of our lactation team at work, and I decided I'm going to stitch these individually, and I'll probably just pick my own colors, but I want to stitch a little bra as a Christmas ornament for all of my work colleagues on the lactation teams, and which I thought would be fun. So I went ahead and just bought this pattern because I was afraid it was kind of one of those that I may not be able to get down the road. But I didn't buy the thread pack or anything because I don't know if I'm gonna convert these into Christmas colors or if I'm gonna do them as charted. I don't know, but anyway, but like again, I'm going to stitch them individually and put them probably in little wooden frames and make them into Christmas ornaments for Christmas gifts for my coworkers. So there's that. And then, nothing can travel alone. So I got some of this 32 count Mint Splash Lugana. I can't remember who it was that was doing a soda stitch on this fabric, and it looked so good. And I have several soda stitch patterns that I haven't started. So they happen to have this in stock, and so I picked it up, and it's really pretty. And then I also got, this is actually an Ada, but this is light basalt splash. So, and this is a 14 count Ada, and so I just picked that up too. And this reminds me of the Rendell kits, but I just thought that would be fun to maybe put a Halloween pattern on and stuff. I think I'm going to do that one for my brother. I have a little piece left of Picture This Plus Monster Mash, and so I think I'm going to do that Halloween pattern on that. But this would be cute too to do a Halloween pattern on, I think. So so I got that as well. And then the only other stitchy haul, you guys, I got was I was just recently in Austin, Texas, visiting my son. And they had, and for several times I've been there, I've wanted to go. They have actually a needlepoint store there, and it is called Needleworks. And isn't that a cute bag with the? I'm going to probably put this in my junk journal. But the store is called the Needleworks, and it's truly an embroidery store. So it has, mostly. I mean, you can buy like. Needlepoint canvases in there. They had a really nice selection. So you guys, it's a beautiful store. And I am talking the thread. There's lots of different threads in, if you know anything about needlepoint or embroidery, there's lots and lots of different threads and silk ribbon. But you guys, oh my gosh, I walked in, it was a huge store, and they had a wall of Dinky Dyes, a wall of Gloriana, a wall of, a whole rack. I mean, I think they had the whole line of Weeks, the whole line of Gast, the whole line. I mean, all the fancy floss that you could ever imagine. And then some I'd never even heard of. And of course, cottons, wools, silks. It was just crazy. I was just like a kid in a candy store. So I did go ahead and buy, I didn't go crazy. Now, I do want you to know though, this store will ship. So you can call them and they'll kit things up for you and ship it to you, or they'll kit things up for you and you can pick it up if you live in the Austin area. But if you're in the area, I highly suggest going there. If you're looking for, even if you don't needlepoint, if you're looking for specialty threads. So I got a few things and the prices I thought were reasonable. So let me show you what I got. I want to do, and I haven't even bought it yet, but I am planning to do the Long Dog fish and chips. A lot of people are, I should have pulled it up on my tablet, but I didn't. But I know a lot of people are doing that pattern right now. And so it's all like ships, and there's a whale on it and sea creatures and stuff. And so I bought this Threadworks variegated thread. The actual pattern is on dark like navy linen, and you stitch it in kind of an off-white, and I don't really like to, I'm going to do it opposite. I'm going to do a light fabric. I'm not exactly sure what color I was thinking, a light blue maybe. Gosh, I wonder how it would look on this. That might be cool. But I decided I want to do it opposite. So, and I wanted a blue variegated floss. And so I found this, and I think these are 20-yard skeins. What does it say here? Yeah, these are 20-yard skeins. And it called for 9 skeins of DMC, so I knew I needed, like 45 yards to do this. So so I got 3 of these, and this is Threadworks 1052. But isn't that pretty? So I think that'll look really neat. So and maybe if that mint splash is big enough, maybe I'll do it on that. That might be fun. Okay. And then I also, you guys, like I said, a wall of Dinky Dyes. They had a wall of all the beautiful over-dyed silks. But I have a mandala pattern, and guys, I tried to find it for you, but I have it. It's actually a free pattern, a mandala, and I want to do it on an even weave, and I wanted to do it in autumnal colors that had some purple. And so actually my daughter picked this out. And then my son, I asked him, I had it down to a few different silks, and he ended up choosing this one. And isn't this pretty? This Dinky Dyes. And this is Nibia, I'm not sure. 8 meters, 100% silk. So I got, and I hope this is enough because I didn't have the pattern with me. And I tried to find it for you guys, and it's just buried. It's around here somewhere. I couldn't find it, but it's a mandala, or a square pattern. Anyway, so I'm going to do it in that because I think that'll be really pretty on probably some mushroom Lugana. So I got that, and then you guys, they had a bargain rack of threads. And everything was half off. And I want to say, I think these Dinky Dyes, let me see if my receipt's in the bag. But I didn't think it seemed like all their skeins of floss were like the same amount, it seemed. Let me see. The over-dyed silk was $5.25 a skein. And the over-dyed floss, that was also $5.25 for these bigger 20-yard skeins. And then these other ones, these bargain ones I bought, you guys, are also 20-yard skeins of over-dyed cotton. And this is Necessities Ink. Had never heard of it. And you guys, I have no plans for these, but I just thought they were so pretty. And I do not have a LNS. So I just went ahead and picked these up, and I figured 20 yards was enough to do a pattern. with just one skein. But yeah, this is a real pretty soft pastel. This is like a deeper pastel. Here's some variegated golds and browns, so pretty, nice autumn. Here's, this one's also kind of a autumnal too, but doesn't have any green in it. And then this pretty one, which I thought would be pretty for maybe a Christmas pattern. So anyway, so I picked those up as well, and those were like $2.50 a piece or something. So anyway, so I had a lot of fun there. So just wanted to give a shout out to the Needleworks. There, you guys, is the address, if that will focus. It's 4401 Medical Parkway, Austin, Texas, and there's their phone number if you want to call. I have a feeling next time I go, I'm going to call them ahead and have them kit some things up for me. So anyway, but that's it for now, you guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you are all gearing up for summer and getting lots of stitching done. Have a great day. Bye.